Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Leo reading. And for that energy, I've contemplated on Uranus, the planet in Gemini, your sign, conjuncting Venus in Gemini at this particular time, signaling a huge emergence and awakening of our divine feminine energy, regardless of your gender or your identity, that is helping us to integrate these qualities, your talents, your gifts, your compassion, your love, your attention, your ability to nurture, to grow, to birth, to feel into every aspect of your life. And to recognize that we're at a moment now that there is no need for you to desire anything that doesn't allow you to integrate those qualities throughout. All of you comes to the table at this moment, and you're learning new ways of being, of feeling, of thinking. This is a particular area of impact for you, Gemini, with the new moon falling largely in the house of your communication, your natural house, the way that you communicate, you learn, you teach, you share information with intimates, your neighbors, your loved ones, those that are members of your team. And the overall card for this new moon is the Ten of Staffs. This is indicating to me that you are sharing information that leads to a complete and total reversal of the order, the hierarchy of things. I wouldn't say it's a revolution. I would say it's a transformation. It's a gentle transformation because Venus is supporting Uranus at this time to make us understand how this change, how this transformation has been occurring incrementally for a long time. We're in a time of inevitable conclusion, and you are putting all of your energy into helping us to understand and integrate our talent with our communities, with our families, with our larger collective, larger communities in the grander scheme of things, so that you are understanding that your obligation, your job is different now. At the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Cups, which is really describing what you don't see, but what I believe you're experiencing and what motivates you, this vision of a healthy community that shares all of its resources, including its confidences in safety, under protection, nurturing members of the community equally, learning from one another, teaching one another, and amplifying all the resources that you shared because you're able to share them in ingenious, strategic ways so that there's more than enough for everybody. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle, and what flipped over was the selenite. And not surprising, I believe, Gemini, your birthstone is a diamond. So the idea of clear and clarity seems important. The selenite represents spiritual awakening. I am a spiritual warrior of light. This seems so very apt for the way that you are communicating, opening up access to a lot of information that is available to you and others at will. This is a general reading, Gemini. It is not going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in the personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. If this reading resonates for you, please like this video. Certainly subscribe to Pacific Tarot. It means a lot to me. It helps the channel to grow. And share this video with others if you think they would be helped, assisted, supported, entertained by it. And I appreciate all of your time in advance. In the 10th house, this is the way others see us. This is the way we identify ourselves in our community. The 5 of Staffs is about you as a problem solver, engaging freely with other members, peers, colleagues, family members, friends, co-workers to solve a problem, to work something out as equals. And this is a flavor of the larger change that I believe you are promoting. You are demonstrating this by the way that you work things out with buy-in from all the members involved. Everyone gets to participate. Everyone gets to vote. Participation comes at a cost. That means you do your part to contribute what you can from your place of strength. But this is also about things together, carving out a unique solution based on this beautiful process of collaboration, non-hierarchical collaboration. Everyone's voice is respected. In the first house, the 3 of Jades. So you're working very specifically with a specific team, on a specific project, or towards a particular goal or end. This goal has everything to do with producing concrete results, grounding yourself in a real effort, real work that creates tangible resources, objects, or services that are valuable, that are available to others, that others find valuable. And this is the card of collaboration. It feels as though you are collaborating specifically with a inner circle who are helping you or strategizing ways in which you can implement this kind of non-hierarchical problem solving in other areas of your life, in the larger community, in public life, even within your family or at your place of work. So this is particularly bearing on something that you're working on now, and it is something that is guaranteed to be successful. Particularly, I'm getting something around competition, that you are learning how to leverage your competition in a way that helps to unite forces so that you are acting more unilaterally rather than as a bunch of competing voices sort of draining the talent and resource pool. In the 4th house, the house of your soul, your home, your family, the Hermit card, beautiful Hermit card, is describing the way that you look to yourself as your own authority. You consult, you engage, you participate with others, you welcome others to the mix, to the conversation. However, you understand that your position of strength comes from who you are, your experiences, your authority. And that's important because you are representing and modeling for others the way this way of collaborating can work, and how it is dependent on the strength of its citizens, its team members, its peers. It's almost like a microcosm of the way we describe or imagine democracy works, right? Strong citizens, informed citizens make better decisions and hold elected officials, for example, to account. But it rests on the strength of the individuals that are participating, their ability to be informed and to vote for the interest of the collective good, not just their individual interests. So that is a subtle point for many people today as ever. In the 7th house, your significant others, the Warrior of Cups, shows you open to deep connection. And it occurs to me that the amount of connection that is depends on the work that you do. You understand that it is a deeper connection with not only those who look to you for support and advice, but with your own sense of empowerment, the way you feel, choosing a different way to feel about work, about the work that you do, opening up to deeper partnership, recognizing deep partnership and connection in all of your exchanges, all of your partnerships, that's a quality that you value. If it isn't joyful at this some level, yes, it's work. Yes, it requires patience. It requires being informed as well as sharing information with others, but it requires patience and the understanding that at the core is a joy of the opportunities that you have. I'm going to clarify the Three of Jades in the first house with the Fool card in the second house and the King of Cups in the third house. This is lovely. So isn't it interesting how this real vision of collective health, happiness, adventure, growth uh, is motivated by your own ability to recognize the adventure of your life. And that's how this is coming across to me. You are engaging in a project that really defines you, that represents all that you've let go of all that you've let go of, particularly what others expect of you, and a real faith and belief in what you are capable of doing on your own terms. This is a huge and very brave step that I believe you're taking. It's what you value in others. You represent those that vote from a place of consciousness, of awareness. It isn't about agreement, it's about the ability to reason together, to exchange ideas, to debate ideas, to discuss ideas. And that is where you come as an advisor almost to others. They see you as a process person, somebody who can inform them about a way to negotiate this more open, more democratic feeling environment in which people are respected for their strengths, are encouraged to work from their strengths, not to do what someone else defines as their work or obligation to do. So it's a very different world that you are participating in and growing with a community, growing with a team. You've really softened your energy, which I would consider, Gemini, to be a softer energy. But right now, with I believe the more progressive message that you may be sharing with others, it does require a softening because the image of progressiveness or visionary experience is uh, um, demonized in the world. It's made to be something horrible, something reactive, or something suspect. You know, you're a socialist, or you're a communist, or you're them, or you're not like us thinking. Is very much against the grain of what you are promoting here. You're not talking about camps of people dividing into different ideas. You're talking about the value of respecting where anyone comes from, as long as they can articulate that reasonably and from a place of authenticity. In the fourth house, the Hermit card is clarified by, these are so slippery, the Ten of Cups in the fifth house and the High Priestess in the sixth house. This Ten of Cups is repeated. It's a repeat card, and it really does show that you get all of your best ideas and your best energies in collaboration with others you trust, others you identify as talented, creative, hardworking, disciplined, visionary. looking to the health and well-being of the community, not just the material abundance that can be produced or the profit that can be made. There's something around the way that you work that is you're getting a lot of guidance about this new way of working in collaboration, in community, this way of shattering our expectations about the way power works. I think you're learning, you have learned a lot from your own experiences, perhaps not solely in this life, but as you've grown in your maturation around what power is and the liberty to exercise the power we have, you are recognizing all the subtle ways, the routine ways that you can support others to open up to a different way of working, not necessarily looking to an authority figure, a big daddy, a big mama to tell them what to do. So this is part of the shift that we're making. If we have all this information at our fingertips, how are we using it? These are questions that you are asking yourself and those that you are working with. The Warrior of Cups in the 7th house is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles in the 8th house and the Ace of Pentacles in the 9th house. This is beautiful. So I definitely see you steadily assessing your progress as you engage in these different methods and ways of sharing information, evaluating the work that you've been able to do with others in collaboration, looking at where it needs to be supported and lifted up and where that work needs to be applied. What has been missing? How can you work more strategically to get more value from the work that you're doing? If, after all, the overall health of your community is your concern and the concern of those that are engaged, right? This isn't that it's less work, but it's a healthier kind of work. And that is what you're trying to protect. How can I sustain this level of productivity? How can we sustain this level in order to create something truly abundant? And that is a goal. And it feels to me like there is some resource that is available to you that you may have to travel. There may be somebody who can support what you're doing, but it requires you to travel or communicate with someone from a very different environment, community, country, culture than you. And you're open to this. You're wide open because you understand what you have in common is greater than any perceived differences or obstacles that may exist. You're also open to learning from others. Whoever has an idea that you feel is prescient, is on the edge, you're very much recognizing that this cultural moment is a time where you are gathering strength, you are gathering wisdom, you're feeling a sense of knowing what to do next, even if that vision isn't formed whole in your mind. The 5 of Staffs in the 10th house is clarified by the Sun card in the 11th house. I almost call that the moon, and the 3 of Cups in the 12th house. So much happiness, so much joy, and again, so much productivity that is occurring in a loving, supported, healthy way. The sense of joy and authenticity that you bring with the way that you communicate about the work that you do, the project that you're creating, the way that you're working with others is so fresh, it's so authentic, it's so real, that you know you have the back, that others have your back, that you are entirely supported, that not only are you supported, but others are growing too from the wisdom that you are sharing with them. You've all agreed to grow together, to go the distance, to be there for one another. And this is towards the liberation that you're experiencing in being yourself, and how you understand that that liberation is responsibility. And that therefore those you are connecting to are those that value that liberation for what it truly represents in a grounded way, the value of that. You're opting to be responsible in a different way. You're responsible to the team, to the community, to your effort in a way that is not ordinarily expected in the cultural conditioning that most of us have received. Right? We get our paycheck, we do our thing to the extent that it advances us, and we go home and we take vacations a couple, 3 weeks of the year. This is a very different experience that you are experiencing and that you're describing and advocating for others, and you are modeling that in all aspects of your life, including the openness to love. And I pulled for you the clover, and the number is 19, which I might point out is also the number of the Sun card. Number 19. In some decks, this is called, the Sun card is called the Initiate, and talks about soulmate-ism as a way in which an individual marries the divine feminine and the divine masculine within in order to be truly ready and prepared for the ultimate work, the ultimate vision, the ultimate connection with higher self. So I'm going to look up the Clover card here in the Dawn guidebook, and this particular deck has 2 guidebooks just to make things a little stickier. And what I'm going to read from the Dawn: the appearance of clover in late spring is sudden and enthusiastic, filling a field in what can seem like the blink of an eye. A core food source for herbivores and pollinators alike, it's a plant of provision and giving. Creativity and abundance are all around you, endless and filled with the occasional lucky break of the 4-leaf variety. It's easy to get carried away with this exciting bounty of energy, but don't rush into it. Use your judgment to know where to stop. If you've enjoyed this content, Gemini, check out more here. And until next time, namaste.